Do you remember this one? We're adding a little something to this month's sales contest. First prize is a Cadillac Eldorado. Anybody want to know what the second prize is? Set of steak knives. Third prize is you're fired. That came from a very famous play and movie called Glengarry Glen Ross. And if you're in sales, you're going to love that. It's got some pearls of wisdom and an all-star cast. But Alec Baldwin, the sales manager, also said AIDA, attention, interest, decision, action. Attention, do I have your attention? Interest, are you interested? I know you are. Okay. D, decision, have you made your decision? And then action. But that's not right. And for years and years and years, salespeople all over the world, attention, interest, decision, action, attention, decision, and marketing systems set up on that. But there's one core element that's missing. And I'm going to share it with you right now. There are actually, 7 steps, 7 key pieces. Attention, yes, you got to get people's attention. Interest, absolutely. You got to generate some interest. But before somebody's going to make a decision, there's another step in between that must be handled. Otherwise, you're never going to make a sale. And if you're in front of a group, you're going to never establish credibility. My name is Blair Singer. And by the way, welcome to the YouTube channel. Love you to subscribe. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and get notified every time we put up new content, because we're putting up a lot of new content right now. Okay. And again, if you want to know exactly how to do this, you go to blairsinger.com/storyboard, and I'll show you exactly how to do it totally free. Okay. So here it is. 7 steps. So you want to write these down. First thing is, before a person can take interest, they don't want to, you got to earn credibility. You got to be believable. Is somebody going to buy from you? No, just because they're interested. No, times have changed. Do they trust you and believe you? Do you have any credibility? That's the word, credibility. So here are the 7 pieces. And it's not what you think. What most people think credibility is what have you accomplished? People aren't interested in what you've accomplished. They are interested in what you've helped other people accomplish, what you've helped other customers accomplish, what you've helped other students accomplish in your life. That's way more important than whatever you've accomplished. Think about it. I've made $1 million in real estate. Well, or you can say, I've helped 500 people earn $1 million in real estate. Which, as a student, are you most interested in, is more believable and credible to you? Obviously, B. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, not what you've accomplished, what you've helped other people accomplish. Number 2, your credibility is not based on what you tell them. You can tell them how great you are, how wonderful the product is, how great the training is going to be, all that stuff. It's not what you tell them. It's what you ask them. I'll say it again. It's not what you tell them. It's what you ask them. It's the thought-provoking question that opens up the brain, creates the open loop, and gets a person to want more. You tell. It makes you more and more unbelievable, because you're going to hype up what you're talking about. Don't tell, ask. That's number 2 for credibility. Number 3, it's not how much you know. It's not how much your company knows. It's how much have you learned. Now, what's that mean? How much have you learned in the process of doing business? How much have you learned in your career? How much have you learned, through trial and error, through ups and downs? How much have you learned? Not how much do you know, because how much you know is irrelevant tomorrow, because lots of things will happen between now and tomorrow. So again, you're establishing credibility. How much have you learned that earns you the right to talk to people? Number 4, okay, how are people going to like you and love you? Okay, so why are people going to like you to begin with? Well, they're going to like you not because of what you're dressed in, not because of what you talk about, but they're going to judge you very quickly based on who you are as a person. It's probably the most important tool as a teacher, as a salesperson, as a representative, as a leader. Who is this person I'm talking to? How quickly can they get to the essence of who you are? Not what you look like, not what you appear to be, not even what other people tell you are, but who you are. And that takes a very high level of authenticity to do it very, very quickly. Okay, so let's review a little bit. Go back here. By the way, if you want to know exactly how to do this, They have a storyboard creator on my website, blairsinger.com/storyboard. Go there, totally free, download. You just fill in the blanks. It tells you exactly how to fill in the blanks to do all this stuff, okay? So just review. Number one, not what you've accomplished for credibility, not what you've accomplished. What have you helped other people accomplish? Number two, not what you're going to tell them. It's what you're going to ask them. It's going to earn you credibility. Number three is not what you know. It's what you've learned or what your company's learned in the process. And why they're going to like you? Not because of what you say, but because of who you are, Okay, so let's go on. There's three more. 5. Okay. It's not so much the goals or what you've achieved over the years that earns you credibility. It's the mistakes that you've made, that you've corrected and learned from. I'm going to say this again. This is a big point. In this day and age, it's what have you blown it on? How have you screwed up? And how have you recovered? And even if you haven't fully recovered, what have you learned? I mean, if I went to you and I said, I'm good, look, I'm not the best in sales, but I'm going to tell you, there are people that are probably a lot better than me, but I'm going to tell you the 5 biggest mistakes that people make that cost you millions of dollars that will throw you out of business, how to overcome them instantly and put money on the table. Would you want to listen? Of course you would, because there's horror stories in there. There's things that you can learn from. So people are not so interested in your achievements. They're interested, believe this when you hear it, they're interested in your mistakes. Okay? Number 6. They're not interested in your success. When you're trying to earn credibility, I've been successful here, I've written this book, I've done all this. They're not so interested in your success. They're interested in how you've overcome resistance. I'll say it again. It's not the success. It's the resistance. It's the barriers that get put up in your way when you start taking on your life purpose or your dream. Stephen Pressfield, in one of his books called Turning Pro, talks about it at great length. It's the resistance that shows up. A hero's movie would not be a movie if there was not an enemy or a villain. Resistance, the obstacles, the happenstances, the things that stand in your way that want to discourage you, your little voice, other people, mistakes that you make, all the resistance that shows up that wants you to quit doing what you're doing, that everybody encounters when they're taking on something big. How have you faced it? And what have you learned from it? And how have you overcome it? That's a movie everybody wants to go watch. Okay. How have you overcome resistance? Not so much about your success. And finally, it's number 7. It's not about your plans. So you're trying to earn credibility. This is our plan. This is what we choose to do. No. What people want to know about are your struggles. Notice the theme here. They want to know about your struggles. They want to know what you've had to overcome. Why? Because everybody's in the struggle. Everybody has struggle in their life. Everybody has resistance. Everybody's made mistakes. And everybody wants to know how to deal with it. And so your willingness to earn credibility that way is going to earn instant respect, believability. So it's AIDA, attention, interest, credibility, decision, action. Okay, that's how this works. So again, if I can help you with this, just go to blairsinger.com. Go to blairsinger.com. There's right there. /storyboard. Download free document. Do it yourself. Show you exactly how to do it. 4 or 5 different ways. You just fill in the blank so you earn instant credibility wherever you are, because this is all a part of you. But don't believe the other stuff, all the other garbage that people tell you to do, the old school stuff. We live in a different age. We live in a different way. So hopefully you're learning something here, and subscribe to the channel. So if you got something out of this, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel. My new book has just come out. There it is right here, Summit Leadership. We're going to be talking a lot about that, get some sneak previews of that. So make sure you're subscribed to it, and make sure you share this with other people. Your road to the top or wherever you're going, we're going through unprecedented times. Now more than ever, this information is critical. You are a leader. You are a teacher and a leader, whether you know it, whether you like it or not. So AIC, credibility, DA, and you now have the 7 steps to do that. Okay. So please share this with a friend, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Be amazing.